So, the long version of the Grammy shit. I can't believe that there are people out there that are actually that foolish enough and to believe or to even really care about someone that either lies or pretends. It depends on how you want to view the acting world. Okay. But either way, they're pretending to be somebody they're not. Okay. Whether you want to call it a lie or pretend, whatever you want to do. You know, a lot of people like to call lawyers professional liars. No, people just don't understand the legal system. Lawyers actually give their oath to the courts. So their first and foremost responsibility is to the courts. Okay. But that's another thing. So Grammys, you got goofballs that want to take their 2 seconds of fame to critique ICE. Okay. I have to say this, full disclosure. Okay. To my knowledge, and I looked this up, I didn't do a lot of digging into it, but Trump, in the year that he's been president, has not signed any executive orders making new immigration laws. Let me say that again. To what I could find on the old interweb, Trump has done nothing to add to any new immigration laws. Now, he hasn't acted and given orders to enforce current immigration laws, which who wins in chaos when you think about that? Okay. When people lose their mind and burn down a bunch of businesses, who does that hurt? It gives a narrative to some individuals. See, we're in a power struggle right now, and that's what you people aren't understanding. There is a full-fledged power struggle going on right now. You have people that have controlled some of your favorite politicians, actors, directors, money brokers, some of the most powerful and influential people in the world. There has been people above them that have been pulling strings and been manipulating them with some type of debauchery. If it was normal everyday shit, then it wouldn't be blackmail material, now would it? If it was normal everyday shit, then it wouldn't be useful to them. Okay? One of the most horrible things that Obama did was he had them repeal a law that made it illegal for any news outlet or political person to lie to the American people. I mean, that's a nutshell of the law. There's much more to it than that. And that's a small nutshell. You can look it up. I'm not giving you exact facts, but okay. And Mr. Trump, we need to reiterate that law and expand upon that. And we need to make it specifically to any political appointee that is elected that collects a salary from the American taxpayer cannot, in any form or fashion, lie to the American people and will have term limits. And we can put a big dent into some of this corruption shit. Because I don't think people are understanding how deep it goes. I think you're getting a look into it, and it's pretty frightening. It's pretty freaking frightening how deep this corruption is. A lot of people were just thinking, oh, it might be, a little bit of the Bushes, Obama a little bit, no, no. I think why they're doing this so slowly is because if they did it quickly, like ripping off a Band-Aid, I think, in my estimates, it would shrink our government substantially. It would probably just about dismantle Hollywood. California would be really, 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 really debilitated. Right from the state government all the way to the power players. I mean, that place is a breeding ground for corruption. I mean, it has everything that you want it to make corruption. It has beautiful people, lots of money, great weather, and a coastline. What's not to be corruptible about that, right? So it's the corruption is so deep. It's getting hard to find people that aren't corrupt, people that were standing on face value are kind of coming out and looking corrupty, this Dan Crenshaw, his battle with a podcaster, and not just any podcaster, a SEAL team guy. I mean, I thought Crenshaw, that Dan, I thought he was a SEAL. I mean, but the shit that he's coming out with over some fucking questions. I mean, Jesus Christ, buddy. Hey, buckle up, Buttercup. You're in public office. Everything you do and say should be accountable to the American taxpayer. Okay? Because your decisions affect us. It's time to get this shit back right. And, America's never going to be perfect, people. It's just not. I mean, because humans are not perfect. But I think a lot of the things that we need to do is we need to get Old Glory there, that freedom bird, and we need to repeal a lot of this bullshit that these politicians put in to make this shit corruptible. The founding fathers had a great, great blueprint, and we've strayed from it, and it shows. That's why it's been so corrupt. The government was never supposed to be as big as it is. We've gotten into pissing contests with countries before, little egos, and spent a lot of money for no reason. I mean, we've had, I know warfare is changing because of technology, but when it comes right down to it, our American soldier is one of probably the fiercest tool in the United States military's arsenal. And it's the patriotism of our soldiers. Our soldiers are just awesome. I mean, just awesome. They do amazing shit for the love of it, is the only thing I can come up with. Because, yeah, some of them do make a little bit of money. None of them are compensated the way they should be to put their lives on the line at times that they have to. They're extremely underpaid. But you wouldn't know it to talk to any of our service members. They're all extremely happy, and it's just It's awesome. And that's what you can't beat, because our American service member, they bleed red, white, and blue. It's that flag. It's that honor of being a part of something that is nowhere else in the world. Nowhere else in the world can you come to a country and do what famous immigrants have done. Here's a famous one. Like him or hate him, Arnold Schwarzenegger is the absolute poster child for immigration. He came over here on, I don't remember what his visa was, but I mean, built a help build an actual industry. I mean, at that time, I mean, bodybuilding really wasn't a thing, really. I mean, Joe Weider and all of them in the beginning, I don't remember all who was involved in it other than Weider. I'm sure there was more. All these pioneers, they looked at Arnold and he was just, I mean, shit, he's, I don't know how many times Mr. Olympia, Mr. Universe, and all of the accolades. But look at what he did. Poor immigrant coming from Austria. Said he didn't have much money. All of the videos and documentaries are true. Look at what he's done. Not only he's reinvented himself on numerous levels. Came here, did the bodybuilding, conquered that, got into acting, did very well in that. One of the top, he's in the top 10 of highest grossing action stars. The stats are there. Ran for political office, became governor of California, had some good ideas, knew how far to go with them though. He was big for electric vehicles, but his pitch was, hey, let's take a few out, let's take them for a test drive, let's see the durability and all this other shit. And he's still doing a bunch of testing with that because he believes that technology can help out. And I'm all for that. But there's a prime example of an immigrant coming in and achieving what we're all chasing, the American dream. He found his success. Everybody's definition of success is different. Okay. That's what makes this country great. So shame on the Oscars. Now I understand why 50 and a bunch of other people are like, screw the Oscars because they're garbage. I mean, how the fuck does a foreign language album win album of the year in the United fucking States? Are you serious? Tell me you're rigged without telling me you're rigged. Have a great day.